Alright guys, check it out. More mystery boxes. Just better find out what's in these. Oh dang. Oh. Alright, where should we begin? I think the small one. Let's see here. I think I know what this one is. Okay. Eclipse. Oh. I'm gonna stop trying. This thing is tiny, guys. It looks bigger on video than it does in person. Check that out. I've been wanting to get one of these for a while. So we get to test it out tonight too, which is really cool. I'm sure I'm gonna like this when I shoot my flats. Because my flexible dew shield's great, but it's pretty bendy, you know what I mean? One thing to know about me is I am a serial sensor cleaner. That's why I got Eclipse sensor clean. Not only do I clean my mirrorless cameras with this, but I also clean my Astro cams with this too, because I hate dust motes. And I've noticed that it's harder to keep the 294 sensor clean. Hey guys, welcome back, and once again it's time to start a brand new Astro project. Remember in my last video I was talking about following the Milky Way up this summer? Well, let's continue our Milky Way tour. I think this time we should go and try and shoot the Omega Nebula. It's big, it's bright, it's got a whole bunch of things going on inside of it. But I think we should do something a little bit different. I think we should try out the 47 megapixel mode on the ASI 294mm Pro. Now my plan is to use that extra resolution to crop in on all the neat stuff that's happening in the Omega Nebula. My only problem is my resolution is limited by my seeing, right? And we all know the seeing in my area just kind of sucks. But for better or worse, I think we should try it. I'll be shooting at the 2.3 micron pixel mode though. So we're heading back into ASI123MM territory, right? But that's actually what I'm used to. I've been guiding at that pixel size for so long, it just seems natural to me. The only thing is I'll be kind of nerfing the sensitivity of the camera, but because of how bright the Omega Nebula is, I think, I hope that will be negated. So that's the plan for this week. The only issue is there's going to be a full moon on Saturday and it's Wednesday right now. So I have to get as much O3 data as possible on Wednesday and Thursday, possibly Friday night, but Saturday is going to be a little tough for me. So I'm going to concentrate on HA and S2 that night. So hopefully that works out. That's the plan for this week. I guess let's get this, right? Let's get this. Where did that come from? All right, imaging is underway. My first sub at 47 megapixels is about to return on the Omega. Definitely got some Omega action right now. Let's check out how this looks like. All right, so I'm taking 2-minute subs right now. And here it is. Wow. So I should be just a tad bit oversampled on this, but it's looking really good actually. And I have to add that tonight is kind of one of those ad hoc sessions that I've been talking about lately, and because it's not quite clear. I mean, I got this big cloud coming into the scene, so I don't know how many subs I'm gonna get, but I'm just trying to get a good start on this project, right? If I get an hour and a half out of here, man, I'll be so ecstatic. But check this out. Getting a lot of nice data here. It is a little soft though, so I'm not really sure if it's because of the conditions or if I'm oversampled. Will be a good test of AstroSharp, because I'll have to use AstroSharp to clear up some of these details here. But things are going pretty well. I've never shot the Omega before. This is my first kind of go at it, so it's looking pretty good so far. Dude, and check out this dew shield. Look how nice it is. I was kind of worried that I'd get some light leaks from where the wires go, but I'm not getting any leaks so far. So it looks a lot nicer than my little flexible dew shield. Alright, I got 6 subs in until it totally clouded over. But 6 subs are better than no subs. And I took a chance coming out here. The neat thing is, because I have the AM5, it's so lightweight and easy to set up. I don't mind doing these ad hoc sessions. That was one thing with my EQ6R that I just couldn't do because it was so heavy and it just took a lot of energy to set that thing up. The AM5, man, breaking it down and setting it up is so easy. So I'm going to pack it in for tonight. I should have some clear nights here pretty soon. By the weekend, the thing is I'm going to be shooting, at least by Saturday, it's going to be a full moon. So I'm hoping for, I'm supposed to have Thursday and Friday, but it's supposed to be 100% full moon on Saturday. So I'm hoping that I can shoot all my O3 and S2 during the week and finish this project up by Saturday. So that's the plan. And I guess it's good night, right, guys? All right, good night. You'll never guess what showed up today. And I honestly forgot I ordered this. My first 3 nanometer filter, and this is by Antlia. This is a Antlia O3 3 nanometer filter. And this arrived just in time for my full moon night shooting. So we get to test this out. I think what I'm going to do is shoot in 7 nanometers, maybe just one sub, and just compare the subs between 7 nanometer and 3 nanometer. I'm sure it's a minimal difference, actually. But in stacking, I think it's going to make a really big difference because those small changes in exposure and contrast stacked over a number of photos makes a big difference. And I think that's where 3 nanometer comes into play. So yeah, really excited about this. I've never shot with anything lower than 7 nanometers, and I'm slowly replacing my 7 nanometer filters with 3 nanometer filters because light pollution is terrible out here and it's getting worse and worse every year. So grateful for this. And it didn't arrive, I actually just forgot. It's been sitting in my mailbox for weeks now. It's nightfall and check this out. I actually found a bortle 5 zone, and I have actually not 1, not 2, but 3 spots I could possibly shoot from here. It's got a parking lot in it, and I have an unobstructed view pretty much. It's like my old dark sky site. So besides this tree right over here, it's pretty much 360 degrees. And I have a really nice view of the west, which I've never had before. And there's hills on the side of here, so I might be able to shoot targets in the west from here, because the hillside back there just blocks all the light pollution quite a bit. Off to a little rocky start. Couldn't get my collimation right, and I got lucky because the Omega Nebula just cleared the trees. So when I started shooting, it was like I thought I was shooting into the trees, but luckily it was right to the side of it. Ended up framing the Omega a little bit differently though tonight, and I'm taking HA, and I had to compromise on my collimation because I couldn't quite get it right. It looks okay to me, but you know, I'll just deal with it in post. But HA is looking really good, so I'm taking, basically I'm going to be out here for about an hour and a half just because it's a work night. Then I'll come back out here. I really like this spot, and no one has bothered me yet. And instead of frogs, like at my other dark sky site, can you hear this? Those are toads. So now I got toads to deal with. You guys are gonna have to listen to toads all night, but anyways, can't wait to try that oxygen 3 filter. But other than that, everything right now is going okay, and it's 11:26. I'm on my 3rd subframe, so probably gonna be tired tomorrow, but that's okay. Now that the moon's down, as I'm looking up, is definitely the Milky Way. It's it looks like this white-ish kind of thing, but it's definitely up there. Hey guys, welcome back to my desk. Well, we got a few more hours before we need to get back out there. So let's check out my O3 subs. Here it is. One on the left is 7 nanometers. The one on the right is the 3 nanometer. And right off the bat, what I can tell here is the 7 nanometers filter has more stars in it than the 3 nanometer. And also the 3 nanometer is actually, the background is darker than the 7 nanometer. So it's blocking more light out is what that is. Also, if you can kind of see it here, it's really faint, but see this dust trail right here? Now in the left-hand side, it's not as defined as in the 3 nanometer. And there's more contrast here too, in this upper area of HA. And then also here to the left, on the 3 nanometer, it's more pronounced versus the 7 nanometer here. I mean, check this out too. Like here's this outer layer of O3 here, and check that out here. It's well defined over on this side. So there is a big difference between the two. I can't wait to get this stacked, and I can't wait to get this stacked and ready to go. It's going to be amazing. Friday night, check that out, 93% full moon and clouds in the sky. I knew there were going to be clouds in the sky tonight, but I drove down here anyways on the off chance I'd just be in this pocket of clearness because it looked like I might be, but I don't think I'm going to be. So I'm going to pack it in. Tomorrow is going to be the 100% full moon night. And we're going to try and finish that project on Saturday. It's supposed to be clear, at least for now. Let's hope it stays clear tomorrow. So I guess this is good night. Hey guys, check it out. Clear as a bell. It's gonna be so good tonight. You know what the funny thing is I really wasn't excited about the Omega Nebula, and that's just why I haven't taken a picture of it in the past few years, but I'm totally invested in it now after getting back all those subs. It's just amazing, and I hope it just turns out. Okay, check it out. It is supposed to be zeros across the board tonight. The only clouds in the sky are what you see behind me. And it's supposed to even get clearer by midnight. And the full moon, there it is, 100% illumination, but look how close it is to the horizon. It's gonna set, I had no idea. Which is great for me. And since this is Saturday, I don't even have to work in the morning. Probably gonna stay out here all night. I'm gonna do an all-nighter out here, make up for yesterday's data loss, and just enjoy the night. It's amazing. There's a party across the street too, so I hear like a whole bunch of cheering, so that's gonna be funny in the middle of the night. Anyways, I'm gonna get set up, polar aligned, and get rolling. Finally got up and running after a little bit. It's actually really windy tonight, and I think it's because it was so warm during the day. So you know how it gets like windy after a hot day? It's kind of like that right now. But I got clear skies, a lot better than it was last night. And I'm looking forward to getting as many subs as I can. So I'm going to stay out here for quite some time doing that. And hopefully by the end of this, I'll have a pretty awesome picture of the Omega. There's some really weird noises coming from the, like there's like a river or whatnot. Do you hear that? I don't know what that is. I mean, it almost sounds like growling, but it could be a bird. It's really loud and creepy, though. I've never heard anything like that before. Dude, I have no idea what that was. I don't know if the mics picked it up, but if you heard it, let me know. You guys are gonna think I'm crazy, but I know there's 100% full moon right now, but I swear I can see the Milky Way. I brought my Star Adventurer, so I'm gonna take a few subs with my vlog camera. My vlog camera is a Nikon Z30, so it's no slouch for sure. It can definitely handle something like this. I just want to make sure I'm not going nuts, you know what I mean? Because I shouldn't be able to see something like that, but I am at a bortle 5, but I mean still, even at bortle 5 with a full moon, I don't think I should be seeing the Milky Way, but I think I am. Anyways, I'm going to take a few subs, see what I get. Mission accomplished, guys. I'm taking my flats, and I'm almost out of here. Check out the moon, it's setting right now. And it's like maybe an hour and a half till sunrise. So I've been out here all night. I got really good quality 3 hours of data, 1 hour in each filter. So I'm gonna add that to my collection and stack it and make a picture, hopefully. And it totally was the Milky Way, by the way. I can totally see it down here. I'm gonna bring my other camera down here next time during new moon, and I'm gonna try and get some Milky Way shots. It's gonna be awesome. Maybe I can get Ophiuchus from down here, I don't know. But that's exciting on its own. Well guys, I guess this is good night. I'm gonna get some coffee in the morning, and I'll see you then. What an amazing week this has been. I feel like I've had a lot of highs and I've also had a lot of lows. And to be able to find a bortle 5 zone, and it's only like 20 minutes away from, where I live right now, was amazing. And seeing the Milky Way, being able to look up and see the Milky Way, even with the full moon out, was seriously amazing too. I'm definitely going to make it a point to go down there with my full frame mirrorless and a wide angle lens and see how much of the Milky Way I can really get on a new moon night, right? Because I'm just not sure. I've never had a chance or the opportunity to shoot the Milky Way. Well, I did like once, and that was way back when. And I was actually in a bortle 2 zone at that point in time, and I'll never forget it. So that's definitely another project for another time. But this project, the Omega Nebula, really, really surprised me. For a full moon, if I'm looking at it right now, I can't believe how much detail actually resolved. I mean, it was super bright all nights. And let me tell you, flats were super important. But here's my picture right here, and I even expose a lot of that dark nebula that's in the center of the Omega, which I didn't think I would, and then a lot of outer nebulosity that was happening around there. Now that Antlia 3 nanometer filter came in really handy. I mean, not only did it show up at the proper time, but shooting next to the moon, it did a fantastic job. I still needed flats, but I was still able to resolve a lot of the fainter O3 detail, I'm pretty sure because of that filter. Now I also mentioned I was going to use my 294 in 47 megapixel mode, in which I did. I made a few crops here and there, and let me show them to you now. For the purpose that I was using it at, even though my seeing was not that great, being able to crop in and still make a decent sized photo and not lose any of the detail that I did have made it all worthwhile to shoot in this mode. Now, I used AstroSharp, but let me explain this for a minute. I don't want people to think that you can use AstroSharp and it's going to fix a bad photo, because it won't. AstroSharp needs good data, the best data that you can input into it. And that was the best data that I could, and it ended up really, really well. Well guys, I guess that's it for this one. And there's quite a few more objects that are in the Milky Way. So we're still going to continue our tour because summer is just beginning. And there's a lot more sleepless nights to come. So hopefully you guys come back from that one, and I guess I'll see you in the next. Peace.